Hello, welcome back. This reading is for Charles Bartholomew. He wants me to do a health check-in or update on the Poodster, as Lori calls him over at the Way of Positive Change. So anyway, let me just swap out cameras, bring you over my table, and I'm going to use a tarot and we'll get this going. Okay, hold on. Okay, so these are the two decks I'm using. I'm going to start with a tarot. And it's the Radiant Wise Spirit by Lo Scarabeo. Nice thick cards, and it comes in a nice box. Oh, for a second I thought there was another card in there. Okay, and then I'm using Ciro Marchetti's expanded edition of the Lenormand. So let's start first. I did allow for reversals. I just have to settle in again. Cards are thoroughly shuffled. All right, Vladimir, Mr. No, I'm just not even going to say the name. Ugh, hold on, this scarf is driving me nuts. I can't shuffle that way. Okay. I'm setting the intention. That's why I'm exhaling. Setting the intention to put the energy into the cards, because I don't want to feel what's going on in his body or his psyche or whatever, even if he's 6 feet under. Of course, no one would want to feel that, would they? Okay, so what is the status of his health? And Susie wanted to know if he's still in charge. So let's check into that too. Okay, right there. Well, goodness. Okay, forces in motion with the Strength card reversed. Of course, just generally this is weakness, but when it comes through reversed, he's exhausted. If he's still alive, he's super exhausted. And with this card being ruled by Leo, that is the traditional, we have the sun, right? That's a traditional ruler there. So this, I think, would be his ability to control his body, but not because it's reversed. His, just natural vitality reversed, which we could say if the actual sun card came through reverse too. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay. Ooh, his greatest challenge with the 5 of Cups reversed. My goodness. Well, I think on a health level, we could say that he might be somewhat suicidal. Usually because this card is ruled by Mars in Scorpio, it can be illnesses of the, elimination organs, the colon, prostate, those other areas, bladder, everywhere that we eliminate. And sometimes with the Mars and Scorpio, when this comes through reverse, sometimes it can be STDs, things like that, or just illnesses in those organs. So yeah, if that's the case, then that tells me that, man, we have a lot of reversals. Okay, that tells me that there's something going on, that maybe where it's because supposedly he was diagnosed with cancer, and if that's the case, then things have spread. Or who knows, maybe this was the original issue and we just haven't really been told the truth. Okay, so the rest of the cards, I'm just going to go with a little story to see what's going on here. No particular, my goodness. How does this happen? Wow. Okay, at least we have some straight up coming through. I was like, what? I mean, because I really, really shuffled well. I mean, this, you know, the riffling way until my hands were sore. So anyway, okay. Three of Wands reversed on a health level. The health issues are about inflammation, problems with his head and his neck, strokes, eye issues. I mean, hair loss, we know he's been bald or going bald for years, but most of all, inflammation. And there's also, you know, just on a simple level, there's been a major chink in the situation of his long-term plans, which is, you know, basically genocide. Those are his long-term plans. Genocide so that he can have the land. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Whoa. When she comes through reversed on a health level, we're talking about someone who is around him, which has to do with a very toxic environment. And he's not able to honor his commitments that he's had in the past. So that would actually turn more into his ability to, or inability, I should say, to have a healthy relationship with those around him. The Queen of Pentacles, of course, on a general level, we could look at as issues with his mom. You know, mother issues that he's never healed over the years. Page of Wands reversed. When that one comes through on the health level, we have, well, it's his bullying that has just flipped on him, right? It's his lack of direction. It's his inability to get a new idea out there. It's our card for heart issues, exhaustion, fevers, even incontinence. You know, you just think of the wand as like, you know, and then issues there. Catch my drift. But yeah, it's a card of getting very bad news as well. You know, a health issue, and then you've got very bad news. Now, with our Lady Justice card on her head, when it comes to health issues, we're dealing with imbalances when it comes to kidneys, lower back, just major imbalances. So, and then of course, both of these cards could have to do with lies going out into the news. You know, our Justice card is normally, you know, karmic, and whether or not a person's made good decisions in their life to, you know, balance out the soul substance. Well, he hasn't worked that way in his life at all. His is just, you know, divide and conquer type of mentality. So there's that. Queen of Wands, oh my goodness, how many wands do we have here? The predominance of fire energy. Only one cup energy, and it's on its head. And then pentacles are about the body, of course. Well, this whole thing's about his body. But anyway, Queen of Wands reversed. That, well, it's like on one level, he's just so aggressive and so demanding and so judgmental that there's just absolutely no self-confidence anymore. He's lost it, I think, honestly. I really think he's just lost it. But it can be a card of having problems with a person's, you know, face and rashes and things with the eyes and all that. But symbolically, I'm going to look at this as, because we have the sunflower there, I'm going to look at this as Ukraine, and him trying to put Ukraine, you know, upside down, or just completely reverse Ukraine and bring it into Russia. Well, that's not working. Ace of Pentacles reversed on a health level. It's pretty bad. It just, his mind is just closed up and gone. Sometimes it's a card of infections, because it's the inability to process things through the bones. Like a blood infection would be very, wouldn't surprise me at all with this card. So yeah. But then again, with his, when we have that card come through reversed on just the general levels, it's usually having the inability to like open your mind and have some plans put out into the future. But he didn't plan for falling apart, is what I'm getting with these. So let me use the Lennings, and let's look at whether or not, because the news was that they heard a loud thud, and none of it's verified because of course everything coming out of Russia is controlled by Russia's state. It's like a Russian state news, and it's not reliable at all on any level. But what did come out was that there was a large thud coming from an apartment he was staying in. So let's see. Are the news reports about his health? Let's just get a whole, that's what the Lennies are so good for, is getting the situation. Let's see, the situation of his health. Is it true what happened? Oh, right there, okay. Yeah, here we are with the secrets. He definitely had resources around him to take care of himself, and the flow of money, everything that he needed that way. Things are super tricky. Something's wrong. Could even have been a misdiagnosis of a kidney issue, kidney or liver. Well, no, the liver would be more the ship, but kidneys with the bladder, all of that with the fish. Yes, there are secrets. Health, vitality, heart issues. This is a little bit like that strength card that was reversed, because we don't read reversals, but we get the energy. Okay, and yeah, at home, something was wrong at home, keeping it very secret. Yes. Very secret. Could even, this with the clouds, could be breathing problems. Maybe he caught COVID. We've got the moisture and the clouds and the smoke. Or maybe he's a smoker. The direction he's going on is wrong. Whatever he's doing to take care of his health doesn't look good there. I wonder if he was trying some alternative remedies and it backfired on him, or he has 2 major health issues going on. That's very possible. Makes me wonder about that. Now this one is ruled by Jupiter, so then Jupiter does rule the liver, so there is that possibility. But the ship would put that same information there. So let's keep going. Okay. Health, karma, DNA, issues with his mother, like I said before. He's going down. The end of his vitality, and it'll be kept secret by the state. I can, I'm reading on different levels. Toxins in the body. Of course, drinking and toxic buildup in the bladder and the liver. The end of his heart issues. Going around and around and around. Again, liver, toxic liver. has tried many risky health. He's done everything he can. Here he is, and the death card, the coffin card, is right next to him. It's a matter of time. They'll have to look deeper. Now this is interesting. I've got the whip here, which could show abuse, but also just repetitive toxins that has had a buildup. Poisons, buildup. Who's this gal that would come in and take him down? Wow. Oh, okay. So she might have even brought the news in, took him down. Somebody who he was committed to, she was committed to him, but then she just couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, the bridge. Okay. Oh, she might be the bridge to social media, the news as well, that gets out to Russia. But it'll be blocked. Okay. Yeah, and then there's that Queen of Clubs that I was getting. Oh, that was for something else yesterday. Anyway, let's look at this. But it's the woman. It's the woman in his life. It's just like Lori was getting a long time ago, and we all were getting. I think anyone using a tarot would get the Three of Cups, and it was always about, these women. Okay, but it's at least that one woman, whomever that one was. Okay, so secrets. This is also the feminine. The moon is also the feminine. Toxic health or toxic issues that have been repeatedly misdiagnosed. Even if he had some kind of a specialist, often the fox can be a specialist. Maybe a specialist to get rid of the toxic buildup from all the chemotherapy or whatever, but things are not working. He took a risk and went around and around and around with it, and it never got him anywhere. Over time, it just continued to abuse his, bladder, lymphatic system. With the moon, we're talking. As also on another level, his reputation, but definitely the issue with his mother. And on another level, we can look at this being, past, present, and future, and it could be very, very soon, like in less than a month or so, that we could get some, or it would be true that he's gone, but it's not going to come out. We're not going to know it. Is he still in charge? I don't think so, because he's down. The level of vitality is being kept secret, and he's hiding in darkness, lots of all the darkness around his heart. Boy, you didn't need me to tell you that, did you? But yeah, we're talking with a coffin, we're talking depression and feeling dismissed or being dismissed, major ending, major illness. And then maybe for the Russian people, there's some light, but they're not going to know it. That's the thing is, most of all, I think it would be hidden, because right smack dab, hidden, right here with the book. On a health level too, it does show things are unknown, and that's what's wrong, mostly what's wrong. The clouds would rule the lungs, but we also have the heart. But that's the thing, when you've got a really bad heart like him, and I'm talking on a soul level, we're talking congestion right here, fluids, congestion. In his karmic DNA, what is there in his genetic makeup, it's just dark and wet. So I don't know if it's happened yet, but when he goes, he'll be literally drowning to death like a person with, who had COVID, who had terrible COVID. Maybe he did catch COVID and he's suffering long term. There's that possibility. And for all we know, he could already be dead. Everybody talks about these body doubles, but I've seen videos of him up. It's just that we don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like a green screen situation going on behind him, that last one I saw, but that was months ago, though. And it really did look like him. But, a person can go through treatments and then be up and have some life force flowing through and get something done and then be down. And that just may be what these cards are saying, like this up and down, horizontal and then up, and tries to get out and do something and puts himself out there, trying to make some change, and even travels. And there's that, But looking more deeply into his heart and lungs is the key. Opening up, if I go, it started here because that was the core of everything, but usually, and this is just a little mini grand tableau, but usually we start out with the first 3 cards, but we always go with the person when they do appear. So I have to just do this whole, it's like basically these cards are behind, coming up behind him, and liver problems, like I said, genetic health problems that has been deeply in for so long. And again, all this like drowning in his own, disgusting makeup is all right here too. The cards coming up behind him is just that over time the toxic buildup has created major problems with the foundation of his health. Body, soul is this card, what this card relates to. And yeah, and then all these secrets. What's around this secret, it will come out because of the sun will open the book. The fox will definitely open the book. And eventually it'll come out. You know what? I didn't think of it before, but why not? Let's look at, let's see, hold on, did we get the 4 corners well enough? Yeah, the abuse, the risk over time. Yeah, drowning, I've covered it. It's gross. He's just been a disgusting little man. He's just hell-bent on, well, again, these born psychopaths. Let me clear get his energy off this. And I want to look at how will it go once. Maybe he's already crossed over, but whenever it happens, he's not going to last forever. And none of his birth data online isn't trustworthy, but I do know that last if the year and the birth date are correct, even if the year were within 3 to 4 years, it would still put him with Neptune in Libra at 21 degrees. And gee, what solar eclipse did we just have on the 14th that was at 21 degrees Libra? And he wouldn't be the only one, this whole generation, including me. And what it's done for me is, because it's in my 6th house of health and service, it's made me realize all these little things that I'm super sensitive to. So for him, I would think he'd be even more sensitive to all the toxins that he's had to having his body to try and fight the cancers and Parkinson's or whatever he's got going on. Okay, let's look at, oh, and the poisons that whomever that woman was has been giving him, right? The poisons. God. That will probably never come out. Okay, so, and hopefully not. I mean, why would we want to out her anyway? Her or whomever, others. Okay, so how's this going to go in the future for the people in Russia and the powers that be? Like, who's, if he's still alive, he's definitely not in charge. I can tell you that for sure. I mean, I don't believe so with the cards, but who will be in charge and how will they be behaving in the future? Is it going to be just as bad as it was with him? Or will it get better? Will things improve? Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so the deep-rooted system of the Russian government, Russian Federation, whatever you friggin' call it, KGB, FSB, it's probably FSB now, used to be KGB, but the Russian system, the organization of their government, is going to always be sucking with all, like, imagine a bunch of big tap roots off the people. And that's literally their reputation. The choices they make, all the alternative plans to take from the public, they're just going to find new ways. They're still going to lie and cheat and steal and stab people in the back. It's still going to be of a transactional nature. That's their plan. That's how they navigate, and they're committed to that. That's their north, guiding star. They're committed to that, and they're always going to hide it. Well, for at least for years to come, especially with this card. This card's super slow moving. Always the lying, cheating, stealing. There'll be another man that'll be in charge, but they're just, yeah, it's a chronic situation going on there. Heart, what they care about is the money. Choices are made as to money. It's all about the money. It's a problem when you have a communist government, right? Abuse of the resources. Yeah. Little bits of things will come out in the news, but it'll be lies, subterfuge, resources over time. Yeah, and things, the news will go just round and around and around. The solution for them is always money. And then there's the maskingness and the danger and the way they write up their, pretend they have elections. No, they do not. They just install themselves for another 4 years or 8 years or whatever it is. Or did Putin put himself in for another 30 years? Was that the deal? Oh, God. Okay. The cards that are missing are, what I would have loved to have seen would have been the bouquet. Storks would show improvements and change. Maybe the sun. Maybe some strength. A bridge, yeah. Maybe some peace. Didn't get that. We get this deeply entrenched karmic approach to backstabbing, lying, cheating, complicating things, toxins, enemies, and always just looking for the money, the way to pull in the money. It doesn't matter what time of day or how long it takes. That's always the agenda there. I mean, it's going to take people rising up and fighting, and like Ukraine is. And there's, of course, a lot of older population that just can't do that. Of course, they try to put them out there in the military anyway. But anyhow, they're just headed towards, I mean, these cards are terrible. Toxic abuse. Major, major problems. And they'll lie about it on the news. The reputation is going to go down in history as just the, well, it's like any of these. This could be communist China we're talking about here too. It's pretty much the same story. But Russia is, and it's more than the military. It's the way they band together with the oligarchs, and they literally deplete the resources in other countries just to get what they want. And then they keep it all in their coffers. It does not go to the people. The only thing that goes is towards their military, I suppose, but then that, I don't think that's going too well either. Their navigating star is always just towards the money in an abusive ways. That's their goal. They're entrenched, just stuck and entrenched in that organization of taking the money. And yeah, it's heartless. Would there be a solution in the future? A new solution? I suppose it's just what I said before. If the people would rise up and fight, or get the hell out of, get the hell out of the country. Maybe move to Ukraine and fight with Ukraine, or just leave the country. Goodness knows their people are usually extremely hard workers. And maybe they could immigrate to America, where we need hard workers. Maybe that's what these cards are about. The solution is to, get away. Okay, I don't have anything else. I'm just going to get this uploaded. All right, guys, hope you're having a good weekend, or rest of the weekend. Take good care. Bye.